Jeff's going to give the presentation today.
Okay.
And yeah, am I coming through clearly?
Yep, can hear you just fine.
Perfect. All right. All right. So I was already kind of introduced, but yeah, my name is Jeff Gerard. I'm here from Harvest Systems Incorporated in McMaster to showcase our fuelless, carbon-free hot water heating system for commercial restaurants to help them reduce their greenhouse gas emissions as well as their operating costs. So to put the problem into context, restaurants use a lot of energy. And unfortunately, about 50 to 90% of that energy is being wasted. And to put that into context, that waste energy is enough to provide the same amount of heating for about 6 Canadian homes during winter on a daily basis. And so what our technology is innovating on in terms of the market is we're repurposing that waste heat, capturing and repurposing it to offset other demands in the restaurant, such as hot water. And what I want to bring everyone's attention to when I get into the market advantage of what we're bringing to the market is that the picture on the right-hand side. So what you're seeing is an actual system installed in a restaurant. So the technology installed in a restaurant on top of an appliance. And what's typically done within this kind of waste heat recovery in the kitchen environment is the waste is actually being captured at the grill, as you're seeing at the top of this picture. And what we're doing differently is we're actually harnessing it and capturing the heat from the appliance directly, as opposed to up in the exhaust hood. And that gives us multiple advantages. One is it's modular and more modular and compact in design. It's a lot easier to clean. If not, it's very little maintenance, and we shouldn't even have to clean it as opposed to the alternative. It improves the efficiency because we're recovering at a higher temperature. And because we're recovering at a higher temperature, it allows us to store water at a higher temperature. So we're talking around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, which allows us to be dishwasher ready. So we can connect directly to a dishwasher, which is incredibly important for full service restaurants. So in terms of the market overview and kind of our early customers, so the technology has been developed in partnership with Pizza directly over the last 10 years, which is great because with Pizza, it's a chain restaurant. And that's where where we want to be targeting is, particularly with pizza restaurants, about 50% of those types of restaurants are chain owned. They're predominantly concentrated within the Northeast, and the market size is estimated to be about $250 million. And the benefit of a chain restaurant is you also have established installation and service networks that we can tap into. And then as for future customers, we are adapting the technology for fryers. And what's great about that is that they're pretty much found in every restaurant. And we're estimating the market size to be over $1 billion. And we're currently in discussions with Recipe Unlimited, which I don't know if everyone's familiar with them, but they are a multi-chain restaurant, have just over about 1,600 locations of different restaurant types, as you can see a few of the logos in the slide below. So in terms of the core technology and the advantages is we are a drop-in replacement for a hot water heater. We have the ability to generate some backup electricity using thermoelectrics. And during our pilot project with Pizza over the last year, where we've installed 3 stores, we have been able to show a 3 to 4 year payback period. And once we get to high volume manufacturing, we're going to be driving down that to below 3 years. So in terms of our current status and our future deployments, again, working with Pizza, we have completed a 4 restaurant pilot project at actual working restaurants. We've gone ahead and changed the regulatory standards to allow for the safe operation of this type of technology on the appliance. We've gone ahead and patented the technology, and then in an effort to commercialize this technology, we've also gone ahead and incorporated it in the form of Harvest Systems Incorporated in 2018. And to kind of give you some context of where we're trying to go with this, in the next 5 years, we're estimating about $8 million in revenue, but we expect that to change based on the amount of initial infusion of cash to be able to allow us to scale and grow faster. As for our team capabilities, we're currently a core team of 3, and we've over the pilot project over the last few years, we've developed hands-on experience actually building and then installing and commissioning these technologies in restaurants. I myself, for the last 4 years, have worked with the Canadian Standards Association as well as the Standards Council of Canada to be able to advocate and also amend the current standards for waste heat recovery in the safety standards to allow us to install these types of things. And then over the last 10 years of development, we've gained intimate knowledge on how restaurants operate, and we've been able to, fine tune our system for it. And I'm happy to say that we're basically poised to launch our first product within the next year or so. And so in terms of what we're trying to ask and why we're presenting today, we do understand that we're pretty technically minded and we have a lot of experience in that, but we are seeking a motivated entrepreneur or investor with direct business-to-business development experience, particularly in Canada and the US, with a strong manufacturing acumen. And then in terms of asking for funding and what we're looking for, we've estimated about $2 million in initial capital to get to establish our market presence and then reach our profitability in the next 2 years. So I'd like to thank everyone for your time, and we're happy to take on any questions. And if there's any follow-up questions after the 5-minute period, our contact information can be found on the slide. Thank you very much.